I want to read more. God, please help me. Oh, please, can I get a quote for this? When the quotes come, I know we'll open the message for like 3 days. I'm going to be doing push-up and press-up. I am not a TV studio. I am not a publication. I don't have rooms dedicated to editors and different things where things are working like a big production. 2024, with the dollar dancing alabanco, like, I don't know. Honestly, I did not give them as much as attention, as much, I cannot even talk, as much as I am going to be starting. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I've actually thought a lot about just how much of it I want to share. I keep saying that. I don't even know it's because I come here to announce it. That's why nothing comes of it. God, please protect this thing I am saying here. I cover it in the blood of Jesus. Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to my channel. Someone left a comment recently saying, Dimma, you say boys and girls. Some of us are married with children. We're all boys and girls, my darlings, at heart, forever and ever. There's a reason why you call your 40-year-old boyfriend. And there's a reason why you call your 40-year-old girlfriend. Can you guys tell that I'm excited? I'm so excited. Okay, this is my first video of 2024. I'm so happy, you know, that I'm just back to creating regular content. The funny thing is that this is actually not the first video that I've done this year. I had already started vlogging, and at a point I was like, hold up, Dimma, you need to tell these people Happy New Year properly. So that's what I am doing. I just want to have a quick chat with you guys, share some things, give you guys some updates, okay? And yeah, just have a quick chat. So I'm just excited. Again, Happy New Year. Happy 2024, my darlings. Last year was actually a very good year for this channel, and I'm going to get into that later, okay? But before we start, okay, before I begin to share with you guys all these lovely plans that I have for this year, or I just want to update you guys on, I want to say a very big thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. I've spoken to you guys about BetterHelp so many times before, and it's a platform that I love so much. I've been using them off and on since 2021. Every year I do therapy. I went back to doing therapy seriously again last year after summer, and BetterHelp was my platform of choice as usual. The reason why I'm also very excited to talk to you guys about them is that it's a new year, and it's also that time of the year where everybody is trying to figure out how to better themselves. I know it's like February, but yeah, a lot of us are still in the process of trying to figure out how to make the best of 2024, and I think that therapy is one thing that can help you do that. I have so many plans and goals for 2024. Some of them you guys already know are things that I'm planning. There's the wedding, there's moving out of my house. Like, I have to move very soon. There is renovation. There is a bunch of things even now happening at the back end that I might have to talk to you guys about later. So there are all these things, and sometimes when I sit down, I feel like I want to drown. But one thing that has made it easier for me to actually look at things objectively and take it one after the other is talking to my therapist, okay? Therapy can help you achieve your goals, give you tools, like give you someone to talk to just so you go from thinking to actually managing how you feel. For those of you who do not know about BetterHelp makes starting therapy easier and less intimidating for a lot of people. BetterHelp gives you multiple options when it comes to having your therapy sessions. You're not locked in to one particular type of way. You have the option of video call, and this is just like video calling anybody. If you want it casual, you can just have it on your mobile device. If you want it a bit more formal, maybe you can set your tablet up on a table or your computer up on a table and just have that type of session with your therapist. If you love audio calls, you can have an audio call, just like a phone conversation with your therapist. You can have your session that way. There's also the option of instant messaging where you can just text with your therapist. I've also used this option quite a few times. You're not looking at your therapist, you're not using your voice. If you don't want to on that particular day, you have that option. BetterHelp can match you to one of over 30,000 licensed therapists in their network based on your needs, your preferences, your location. And this gives you access to way more expertise than may be available in your location or wherever you live. To get started, all you have to do is go to the BetterHelp website. A link to the website will be right at the top of my description box. You go there, you fill out a questionnaire that will be provided to you, and this is going to help them understand whatever challenges you're facing, also understand what type of therapist that you might prefer or that you might want. And with this information, BetterHelp can match you with a therapist to help you. After you fill out the questionnaire, in most cases, you'll be matched with a therapist within 48 hours. If for any reason you feel like the therapist that you've been matched with is not the right fit for you, you can switch to a new therapist at the click of a button and at no additional cost. So if you have goals that you want to achieve this year, if you just want to all around become a better version of yourself in 2024, then consider therapy, consider BetterHelp. Over 4 million people have used BetterHelp to start living a healthier and happier life. To sign up, all you have to do is use the link www.betterhelp.com/Dimma. It's going to be right at the top of the description box. Clicking on this link will help support this channel, and it will also give you 10% off your first month of BetterHelp to connect to a therapist and see if it helps you. Happy New Year. I feel like I have to say this as much as I can. Happy 2024 to you guys, my darlings. I'm excited about this year. I'm excited and really hopeful for all that would come our way by the grace of God. It's not even just about me. I am excited about this year for a lot of you who are also watching me as well, okay? I prayed for you guys in my last vlog last year, and I'm just going to start out by wishing everybody watching this a very beautiful year. I hope that all your dreams come through this year. I hope that this is a year that you actually begin to see a lot of your dreams actualize. As much as I can this year, I really want to share actionable things that have helped me that will help you guys as well. So happy New Year again, my loves. I have plans, okay? And like I said, this is not going to be a long video at all, but first, I want to talk to you guys about like a new plan I have when it comes to upload schedule, okay? Let me just get that out of the way. I've always like tentatively had this thing where I upload 3 times a week. I really tried it out last year, consistently some months for the first time, and it really, really worked out for me those months. I want to be able to do that more often this year. I'm also not really pegging anything to the wall and saying, if I don't do it, somebody's going to die, but I want to really try, okay? So 3 times a week, that's what I want to try and do. I feel very nervous about saying things like this on this channel sometimes, because every single time if life happens or for any reason you miss a day, people can start hounding you, like on Twitter saying, oh, rolling their eyes. Some people can also be very rude about it. But guys, I am not a TV studio. I am not a publication. I don't have rooms dedicated to editors and different things where things are working like a big production. I have systems in place now, but then there should also be grace for my humanity. I feel like I want to say that. But with that said, I want to try as much as possible to upload this 2024 Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. This upload schedule is not necessarily a new thing. I've tried to have this in place since as far back as 2021. So this new year, I really want to see what I can do with it. Like I said, I'm also trying to be very careful, but I've explained already, and I think that a lot of you already understand where I'm coming from, but this is what I want to do. I want Wednesdays to be beauty videos. And I also miss doing beauty videos because honestly, I did not give them as much attention as attention as I typically would in 2023. And I also got to a point like late last year when it dawned on me just how much of a stress reliever makeup was. It was actually something I derived joy from, and I realized that I barely bought makeup last year. I barely had there's this excitement that builds up when you have a list to try new products and all of that. Something really did happen, to be fair, to the beauty community on YouTube in 2020. It never recovered from it. Like the excitement that people would typically have and build up around new launches, it's no longer there. So, but irrespective of that and whatever is going on in the community, I actually want to carry you guys along in that area as I feel going forward. So beauty videos every Wednesdays. I want to share helpful things. I want to review things. I want to share hacks. I want to share things that have helped me. Okay, I just want to share beauty videos on Wednesdays. Then Fridays, I want them to be chit chat videos, like mainly where I just talk about something that I feel like is important, do Q&As, bring guests in to do Q&As, but I want Fridays to be like chit chat type videos. And then Sundays, as usual, vlogs. For these 2 categories that I've just mentioned, I know that people tend to watch them, but if there's one category that has a dedicated fan base on this channel, it is the vlogs. You people do not play. Like, to the point where I know, like, I'm really like, so with that, I know that I have to keep them fed. Like I have to keep you guys fed in that area. So yeah, for sure vlogs, better vlogs hopefully this year. Okay. This year, I also want to do like a lot of reading. Like more reading than I did. I keep saying that. I don't even know if it's because I come here to announce it. That's why nothing comes of it. God, please protect this thing I am saying here. I cover it in the blood of Jesus. I need to start reading, guys, as much as I used to before. And I did one video on books last year. It didn't get like crazy amount of views, but the engagement, it really drew book lovers in. And I saw people discussing things that I particularly loved in the comments section in a way that I loved. So I want to read more. God, please help me. And I want to carry you guys along as I read. And one thing that I'm really excited about, because I have also been thinking about this for years, but I was like, okay, Dimma, this is the year that I think you do it, is I am going to be starting a newsletter, okay? Like an email newsletter. I don't know what the pace would be from the first welcome email. By that time, I would have probably figured out the frequency at which I would post or send these emails out. But I also want to share things that, because there are also things I feel like I really want to talk to you guys about, but then they don't necessarily have a place on the channel. And those of you who know me also know I started out with blogging. There was a point where I couldn't even talk to the camera. I used to go and type my heart out on that blog, and I miss doing that. Like I miss like typing out things that have happened in funny ways, in the way that I think it. Twitter is the one avenue here where, or not here, yes, here or right now, where I would say things the way that I think them. But I want to maybe write briefly. Nothing big, nothing elaborate, nothing too sophisticated, but like send these things out where you people would read these things, and even possibly like also maybe use it as something to use to hold myself accountable about some things that I've shared with you guys. So if I say I want to read, maybe set a goal for reading every month, and maybe at the beginning of the month I'll be like, hello boys and girls, this is what we're reading this month, you know, that kind of thing. So, and then when I come back to talk about it on the channel, I had already kind of informed you guys like earlier on in the year that this was what I was reading for the month. Like I'm thinking about all the possibilities when it comes to this thing or this newsletter, so I'm excited. A sign up link for the newsletter is going to be in the description box. Then there's wedding planning. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I've actually thought a lot about just how much of it I want to share. And I know the reason why I'm saying this, but then again, I also honestly want to carry, because I'm kind of at a decision-making phase now, but I want to also carry you guys along in ways that I am comfortable with, because I think that that is key, okay? So things that I feel like some of you might learn like stuff from, things that I think might be helpful, things that I think that are exciting enough that I really don't want to hold in as much. I want to share. I want to do as much of that as I can this year. I also just like feel like with saying that, I don't know who sent me to go and get married, because surely 2024 with the dollar dancing alabanco, like I don't know. Let me tell you guys, I'm at a stage where now I'll be like, oh, please, can I get a quote for this? When the quotes come, I never open the message for like 3 days. I'll go and be doing push-up and press-up. That's how expensive things are right now. And everybody who I know is planning a wedding, like everybody's just resigned at this point that however it go, let it go like that. But yeah, like I said, I'm trying as much as possible not to let everything overwhelm me. And I'm just like I don't even know how much I can do. I don't know how much I can share, but I'm excited because it's one of those things that I actually want to, at the end of it, I'll be like, so Dimma, you were able to do all of this. I'm proud of you. So I'm not going to put anything to it, but I will try. Okay, so that's just mostly it. This video is short, it's not long, I'm not saying much, but this is just it. But one thing I think I also like wanted to say about like, yeah, before I go, I remember saying at the beginning that we did well last year. And it's also one of those really confusing years because I started thinking about it because I had months where I felt like I wasn't really that active. But then I started actually doing the tallying and I realized that for months that I was really active, I was pushing out videos. And that actually totaled to a lot of videos compared to what I have done in years before. So I'm just really thankful for that. For those of you who are really understanding through that process and the ups and downs, I'm really excited about like hopefully what I can do this year. I also want to maybe take Instagram a little bit more serious to go and dust the cobwebs that I have on there. It's just that YouTube is so much work sometimes that I don't know how to spread myself thin. And that is the reason why you see a lot of popular YouTube creators, people who actually are very consistent on this platform, they don't give Instagram that same vim. You people even notice that there are big YouTubers now who don't post as much, but they are now more active on Instagram. And the thing is just because one, you have to prioritize one. And it's also always easier to prioritize YouTube sometimes because the rewards are faster and more evident. Like, it's actually a platform where you can achieve so many things outside of brand sponsorships, right? If you're a YouTube partner, your videos could be monetized, and that's equals to something for you at the end of every month. But with that said, I'm just happy about some of the things that I was able to do last year, and I'm going to work towards trying to see what I can do for Instagram in this coming year. Thank you so much, guys, for all the support last year. For those of you who were very understanding and very supportive. It's so funny because 2021 looks like it was so far away. Doesn't it now? Like, it feels to me now like it was so far away, but then I know how difficult 2021 and 2022 was. I have gained weight. I don't really want to say much about my health, but I think that shows something, right? To those of you who are paying attention, you guys know, some of you here have really seen me at my lowest. And it's so funny because I know some people who took interest in my content last year who don't even know that me, right? And every time I just think and remember how long I have been with some of you through the ups and downs and how much change you guys have gone to witness for me, and I'm just like, God is good, you know? God is really good, and I am thankful for all that he has done. And some of you come to me sometimes and you share stories and you be like, oh Dimma, I was watching you when this was happening, you know, I prayed for you. Sometimes I sent you DMs and you responded. I was also going through XYZ and look how far I have come. The reason why I am also very open and vulnerable on this channel sometimes is that I remember when I was going through some of the things I was going through and I was like, what is the purpose of all of this? There were things, personal lessons for me through most of that, but I also came here and I was the way I was, vulnerable. And some of you actually thought it was weakness, because I remember people would be like, oh Dimma, you were crying. I heard that you were crying on YouTube. Why are you crying? And for some people that signals a certain type of failure or a certain type of, I don't know, like you just don't show vulnerability, weakness at all. But then one thing that made it something that pressed on my mind to share is that people are going through so much, and you don't know how much someone being able to relate to you or where you are in life, how much it propels them. And that's why when it gets really rocky, I don't hide it. I'm not ever interested in coming here to tell you guys that my life is perfect. And one thing I know as a big takeaway is that for every time I have shared, there are testimonies that come from others from that situation to me. And for that, I am really thankful. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me. I'm going to really try my best for you guys this year. And I will be praying for all of you. For everybody who my content is like a type of point of contact for, you guys are going to be my prayers. Also pray for me, guys, whenever you get the time. For me, I never downplay prayer and how important and how much purpose it can serve or how much good it can do for the lives of the people who tap into it. So, yes, that's it, guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. You see, it was short and sweet, nothing dramatic. It was just Happy New Year. I just wanted to tell you guys, I see you guys, and I'm sure you guys see me. Okay? I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.